Good evening, sports fans. It is currently... Good evening, everyone. It is currently 12:51 Eastern Standard Time. All the first four matchups have just finished up. The final game was UCLA versus Michigan. And boy, was that game, that final couple seconds in that overtime was intense. If you guys didn't catch it, ball basically went out 3 seconds after a shot, with 3 seconds on the clock. You know, UCLA gets the ball, goes to overtime, and in overtime they end up winning it 86-80 when it was tied at 77 before overtime. So UCLA got the win against Michigan State and will be playing BYU on Saturday at 9:40. So that game again, that score was 86-80 with UCLA taking the prize and winning. Now the game before that was Appalachian State versus Norfolk State. Now I brought up in a tweet, and in game one it was Texas Southern versus Mount St. Mary. In game one of that, in both those games, if Appalachian State and Mount St. Mary had won, which they didn't, there would have actually been 3 Mountaineers in the tournament. There would be the West Virginia Mountaineers, the Mount St. Mary Mountaineers, and the Appalachian State Mountaineers. Now, the thing about these couple teams is Appalachian State lost 53-4. ESPN notification about the Michigan game, probably. Anyway, Appalachian State versus Norfolk State. Appalachian State lost that 53-4, so it was a very close game between those two teams. Same with Wichita State and Drake. That was a 50. Drake beat Wichita 53-52. In fact, that also makes it Drake's first NCAA win in 50 years to the day. Actually, I found out through some research. On March 18th, 1971, they beat Notre Dame. Interesting, fun little sports history fact for you guys. For game one, again, as I mentioned, Texas Southern versus Mount St. Mary. Texas Southern won that one 60-52. So Texas Southern will be playing Michigan. So yeah, they'll be playing Michigan, and then Drake will be playing USC. Although that would have been cool for UCLA and USC to play, but I didn't make the bracket. And yeah, like I said, UCLA will be playing BYU. Norfolk State will be playing... who are they going to be playing? Norfolk State plays Gonzaga. Which, they're all celebrating that they won, but let's all be real, they're going to get their asses handed to them by Gonzaga. I mean, it's no surprise, Gonzaga's a number 1 seed, 26-0. Norfolk State, 16-7, and they're a 16 seed. Again, that's happened once in tournament history. 3 years ago, when Loyola won. That was the first time in NCAA history that a 16 seed has ever beaten a 1 seed. So it's possible, but in this tournament I see it not happening. Moving on to Texas Southern versus Michigan. Again, I picked Michigan because I do not think that a 16 seed can beat a number 1 seed. It's just, to me, not possible, especially with Yes, Texas Southern did play a very hard game against Mount St. Mary, and again, yes, Norfolk State did put up a fight against Appalachian State. But when you're going against smaller teams like Appalachian State, who's another 16 seed, you kind of have that equal playing. But when you're playing against a team like Gonzaga, who is 26-0, and I call over Gonzaga overrated all the time. This year they are not an overrated team. I think they deserved every one of their wins. They deserve all the hype they're getting. So I just don't see Norfolk State going any further than the first round. I think they're going to be eliminated going into the second round, getting beat by Gonzaga. As the same with Texas Southern is going to be beat by Michigan, making Michigan move into the second round. Moving on to the other side here, where we have, why can't I find the other first 4 games for some reason? Am I just that stupid on my bracket? Am I just that stupid? Like, why can't I find it? I seriously can't find the other first 4 teams on my bracket. What the actual fuck? Sorry for profanity. They should be the 11, shouldn't they? Yeah. Why can't I find them? Oh, here we go. They're all on this side. Duh. Alright, so Michigan State, UCLA. Michigan, I'm gonna actually. So Appalachian State's out. Mount St. Mary is out. Michigan State is out. And Wichita is out. Alright, so Drake is now going up against USC. I picked USC winning, although it's very possible for Drake to win and go on to the second round. So, keeping it safe, we're just going to have USC beat Drake. Because an 11 seed beating a 6 seed, yeah, it's possible, but we're just going to play it safe and have keep USC. Texas Southern, again, I have them getting beat by Michigan in the second round. I actually have UCLA getting beaten by BYU, but I'm actually thinking of changing it and having UCLA move in, because I'm going to keep it BYU, but I have a feeling that UCLA might go a little further in this tournament. Maybe playing Texas and maybe getting beat by Texas, and Texas moving on to the Sweet 16 here and playing Texas. Getting beat by Texas, and Texas plays Alabama. I want to say that UCLA does have a decent chance to beat BYU. UCLA being 17-9 and BYU being 20-6. I have a feeling that UCLA can win against BYU, but I'm not going to put it on my bracket just because I already have my bracket set in stone and I don't feel like crossing things out already. Plus, I already have it set on the March Madness app, and I think brackets close bracket closed an hour ago. So, that's my first 4 recap for the games today. We'll be doing another one of these either tomorrow or Sunday morning, discussing the games from tomorrow. And we'll also be discussing on Saturday the games, and we will probably be live tweeting the West Virginia game and the Syracuse game, whichever one is on the TV. My dad's a Syracuse fan, I'm a West Virginia and a Syracuse fan, so there's going to be a little bit of conflict of interest here. Disregard the missing of my Oregon hat. I wore it on St. Patrick's Day because it was green, and I have no idea where it went. So. But that concludes our video for today. We will be back tomorrow with more March Madness content here on JMJE Sports TV. I'm your host, Jason Muller, and have a great morning, sports fans.